Today, even though I'm in my pajamas, was not a pajama day. I got dressed and I went outside and I worked in the garden for an hour because the border edging that I was waiting for from Amazon arrived, and so I put that out there. Unfortunately, I'm shite at math, so I didn't order enough. I measured, but because I'm, hopeless at math, I didn't order enough. So there's a wee section that, it got left out. So I'm going to order some more. So I came in the house, and because that was the only thing I really wanted to do today. Well, actually, I wanted to wash my hair, but I couldn't be arsed because that hour was physical. It meant I had to bend over a lot and hammer stuff in place a lot, so I got a bit sore. Came in the house, took a shower, and put my jammies back on. And then I started listening to music. I have all these playlists in YouTube. I know most people do Spotify. I don't like Spotify. Maybe it's because I don't like change, and before Spotify, there was YouTube. So I'm listening to YouTube, and it occurred to me that maybe I should do a video about music because music is universal. And after watching the news when I came back in from working in the garden, we need music. Or maybe everybody just needs to sit around and drink or, maybe even get high. And I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube, but because the world is in a serious, majorly scary state, unless it's just me. Anyway, I was listening to music and thinking about how music is universal. Everybody likes music. I'm sure even the Russians like music. So I've never done this before either. I made a list. My top 10 songs. And music for me is physical. Back when I used to buy music, it had to meet 3 criteria. Were the lyrics banging? Did it make all the hair on my arms want to stand up? And did it make me want to dance? So I have comprised, for the first time ever, my top 10 list of my all-time favorite songs based on that criteria. So we'll count down backwards. Number 10 is Telegraph Road, Dire Straits. Most people, think Money for Nothing, but Telegraph Road was the bomb. The guitar solos were just, I wanted to fall down on the floor and worship him after that guitar solo. So that's number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Bruce Springsteen, The Fuse. I have a complicated relationship with Bruce Springsteen. His music is all that. But the America he sings of as a black woman, and I'm going to say it, because I'm going to always say it. That's not my America. But having said that, every now and then, dude will be on point. And The Fuse was on point, particularly the video. There's a scene in the video where he shows this church. I think it's a Greek Orthodox church. The last place I lived in America, there was a Greek Orthodox church like 2 blocks away from me. And it's weird. I've always lived near a church or a temple or something religious, but that's a video for another day. The main thing I like about The Fuse is the very last verse and that last line. Well, the last three lines when he says, what is it? On the end of the bed, you slip off your blouse. The room is burning in the noontime sun. Your bittersweet taste on my tongue. Enough said. So that's number 9. Number 8. Number 8 is David Bowie. Stay. I have a long love affair with David Bowie. Bowie is like, the background music to my entire life. And I have a birthday in 8 days. So literally, when he sings Stay, Stay was something I played, for every man I ever dated or married, although I've only been married twice, but for every man I was ever in love with, I played Stay for them. So this song has a special meaning in my life and in my heart. Number 7. Okay. I know I wrote it. Okay, so that's 1. I think I did a double something. Oh, I have 2 ones. Okay. Number 7. Yeah, there we go. Number 7. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Do I need to say anything about Pink Floyd or that song? You know what? I'll tell you a funny story. When I was when I was attending college, and I was a mature student, so I didn't start college until, I was 32, actually. And I went to Ursuline, as you may or may not know. Anyway, when I was attending Ursuline College, sophomore, freshman, and junior year, I worked as a nanny. And I had 2 kids, Mikey, who was 4 when I started, and Joey, who was like 6 months old. So Joey was my baby. And to get him to go to sleep, I would sing Wish You Were Here to him. It worked every time. One day his mom came home and we were sitting on the sun porch and I was cradling him and singing Wish You Were Here. And she gave me this look of astonishment. She was like, I didn't think black people like Pink Floyd. I'm like, I don't know about black people. I ain't the spokesperson, but this girl likes Pink Floyd. And she was like, it's so weird that you're singing that to Joey and it's working. Because she and her husband had been singing, traditional stuff. Twinkle, twinkle, and go to sleep, go to sleep. Anyway, I thought that was funny. So, Pink Floyd is 7. Number 6, Steely Dan. If this were a top 50 list, there would be maybe 10, 15 Steely Dan songs on here. Because I've been obsessed with Donald Fagen all my life. But my favorite, all-time favorite Steely Dan song is Haitian Divorce. So that's number 6 on my list. It's good to dance to. The lyrics are memorable. I won't do that to you guys now, but the lyrics are so embedded. I could sing that to you now from beginning to end. Additionally, it's one of my favorite karaoke songs. I used to sing it in the Arctic Bar in Dundee City Center. And there is a picture which I can't show you, but I have a picture on my wall of me singing this in the Arctic Bar. So that was 6. Number 5. Number 5 is a really old song dating back to 77. It's by The Emotions, and it's called Blessed. And I have it on vinyl. That song leaves me speechless. And it's another song that I know all the words to. And it's one of those tunes, the lyrics make you think about your life. And at least for me, they not only make all the hair on my arms stand up, that song makes me cry. So, it's timeless, pure class. And that is number 5 on my list. Number 4. A lot of the music on this list, and as an aside, maybe you're like me in that your life is not defined by music, but you can listen to a song and it takes you back there and you know exactly what year it was, what time, everything. Number 4 on my list is Elbows, Mirror Ball, which to me, I always thought of it as a love song. And Elbow, Mirror Ball, makes me think of John. And I told him that he's the one who bought me, the Seldom Seen Kids CD one Christmas. Because we were watching, we used to watch, I forget what night it was, Friday night or Saturday night. BBC would always show, like live concerts. And one night, Elbow was on. And that's how I discovered them. I'd never heard of them. And they were doing Mirror Ball. And it blew me away. And after that, they did, Grounds for Divorce and everything else. But Mirror Ball stuck with me. So, John, who has always listened, he listens, he pays attention. He saw how obsessed I became in just 5 minutes with that song, and the following Christmas he brought me the CD. And the lyrics break my heart. They make me cry. This is not a song that makes the hair on my arms stand up. It's just the lyrics and the idea that a man feels that way about a woman because, typically men are all buttoned up, you don't know. And that's why I think, anyway, this is IMHO, why there's so many relationship problems because, women are emotional and men just, they don't go there. Anyway, I told John about 2 weeks after he gifted it to me, I was like, this song reminds me of you. And it's the opening verse where he says, where he's singing about gently kissing his partner's face while his partner is asleep and watching them while they sleep. There have only been 2 men in my life that I've ever I would stay awake to watch them sleep. And John was one of them. So that's Elbow, Mirror Ball, number 4. We're getting near the end. Number 3, George Michael, Round Here. This song, in the weirdest way, it's weird because his video is obviously shot in Britain. But the story it tells is the love story of his parents. And I have always been, and I heard it because my mom told us, fascinated by how my parents met and fell in love. So, round here, even though the official video is shot in Britain, the lyrics are like, they make me think of any couple who fell in love, no matter where they were. Any couple in the 50s, no matter where they were in the world, who fell in love. And I can imagine my parents, and, I like that. Even though my father is long gone and my mother's been gone for 8 years now, I love that song. I love George Michael, and I love that song. We're nearing the end now. Number 2 on the list. And Sister Colette and Sharon and Debbie and Joanne and everybody else who hates to see me smoke. Number 2 is a hard one. I don't have this on vinyl, but I do have the CD. It's April Love by LTD. And this goes back to the early 80s. I can't give you the exact year. April Love there was a boy, and I was with him for a while, and actually I shouldn't have met this boy. We should not have been together, but it didn't matter. Shit happens. And I loved him. And I still love him. And he's long gone. But this was a song this boy used to sing to me. And there was a bar we used to go to, except you couldn't properly call it a bar. It was just a dive. It was like the 20th century version of a juke joint. And a lot of people didn't know about it, but we used to hang out there, and they had an old jukebox, and April Love was on the jukebox, and we would go there. We'd play hooky from work and go there. And he'd put 6-8 quarters in there and just play that one song. And we would drink beer and do shots and dance. So that's number 2. My top song of all time on the list of songs that I love, that make all the hair on my arms stand up or make me cry, is Stephanie Mills' Home. This is from the black version of The Wizard of Oz done by Michael Jackson, called The Wiz, which I watched. But I am, as some of my friends refer to me as, a film snob. And I understand why this happens, why classics are remade with all black people. But it took me a long time to go watch The Wiz. Judy Garland is Dorothy, not Diana Ross. Ray Bolger is the Scarecrow, not Michael Jackson. So it took me a long time to actually go watch the black version of The Wizard of Oz. Having said that, I will say the soundtrack was like, mwah. And the song, Home, I played that today, actually, as I was making this list out and thinking about, the next video to do. And I just sat here and cried. I'm singing it. This is one of those songs, at least for me, I know all the lyrics. And it's also, for me, even though it makes me cry, a stuck on stupid song because I played it 4 times in a row. And the third time I played it, I called my childhood friend Debbie, couldn't get through. And then I called Sharon, who I forgot was at work, but I did get through and we talked for a bit. And it'll be, God willing, assuming I live, it'll be like another 5 years before I play Stephanie Mills' Home again. And that's it for Kathy's top 10 lists of songs that make her feel something. And that's what music is designed to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're at the end, because this is the longest video I've ever made, then I thank you for watching. Please share with your friends. And as always, be safe. Love you.